What's
the point?
Well, somebody got disqualified later on. They found out. Frank moved up, got the second place finish, qualified for the Olympics, and went on. I believe he medaled in the Olympics, took a bronze medal.
Yep.
And if that's not an example of great perseverance and never giving up and never quitting, you'll never ever win if you quit.
Yep.
You might not win if you don't quit, but you'll never win if you do quit. And I think Frank Molinaro was a great example of what it means to be a fighter and be a true American.
Well, you and Austin both know you guys made it to the highest level. You guys qualified for the NCAA tournament a couple of times, several times, and people don't understand. It's easy for people to sit back and judge. Oh, you should have done this, and they don't understand the pressure that young men. I mean, it's not like they're professionals and they're 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, who are in a situation where everybody's watching you and there's so much pressure, and you guys know what it's like to be in that pressure cooker and to just keep performing when you're hurt and beat up, and just you see guys coming out there, their eyes are swollen, their noses are like halfway across their face, their lips are cut. I mean, people don't realize the grind, and for just for what you two here have accomplished and so many others have accomplished is just incredible. And I don't think that those wrestlers who just even qualify for the NCAAs, and you guys had success there, but even just qualifying is just something amazing. So, proud of both of you.
That's the thing. You never hear the excuses from the wrestlers. Oh, I was hurt. I was sick. The excuses come from the fans. It's always, oh, if he would have stayed healthy, he would have done that. But a lot of times the wrestlers aren't saying that. It's, hey, I didn't win, right? I came up short. And I think that's the humility that we're kind of talking about here with wrestlers. They're always, it's my fault. It's on me. I didn't get the job done. I didn't win, whatever the thing may be. It's always the fans on the forums and saying, oh, well, he had a twisted ankle. His dog died. His girlfriend dumped him. Whatever the excuse, it doesn't matter to the wrestlers. They're out there competing because it's all on them, win or lose.
Yeah, I think that tremendous accountability helps to breed a mentality in wrestlers that you might not see in some other sports that are more team focused. I also think that it's hard now for these current day athletes with the pressure. Yes, a lot of them are 18 and 19 years old, but there's grown men out there that have been working their butt offs their whole life. They haven't even, you take the 20 years of work that they've been in life, they haven't even made the same amount of money that an 18-year-old that's getting an NIL money today.
Yeah.
So things like NIL, when you put when the kids are getting that kind of money, guess what? There's going to be a lot more pressure and expectation. You're not going to be treated. You are going to be treated now like an 18-year-old adult because you're making money more than people in their 40s or 50s are making.
Yep.
They're essentially pro athletes now.
They won't even make it in their lifetime what they're getting in a year. You know what? With that bonus and with that luxury that you're getting now that other athletes didn't get years ago, you're going to get the pressure.
And a lot of those high-level athletes you're mentioning are getting paid more than the coaches. So there's always that aspect of, I make more than the coach. I don't have to listen to him, or if they have a bad attitude towards it, which is unfortunate sometimes, but that's reality. They're making six figures. Some of these coaches aren't. And it just, I don't know how you explain that economically. How much is this guy really worth? But it's crazy to see these guys getting paid like that.
I understand the reason why it's happening, and for a lot of reasons. Hey, if you're a music major or an art major, and you can go, and you're great in college, and you can go do concerts and make $10,000 on a weekend, good for you, right? Athletes are given that same benefit.
We got overtime over here on Mat 3. Sorry to cut you off, Scott.
Yeah, there's some really good wrestling going on here, Scott.
Oh, yeah, sudden victory, 4-4.
I wanted to see you out there, though. It would be a lot of fun to see Scott Hovan out there.
And I feel the same. I would have loved to seen you out there as well.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been too long. I wouldn't have been out there too long, but I would have been out there. But over there, these two guys over there on mat number 2 are like killing each other. The one guy just got hit with an illegal slam.
We got overtime here on mat 3. Briney in the red. He gets the takedown in overtime. He wins. Michael Briney in the red over Justin McCullough in the green. Good sportsmanship there. Wow.
Yeah, I
Both
like the
guys exhausted.
sportsmanship. Yep. I love the sportsmanship.
Presented by Rat's Butcher in Stewartsville. They donated these huge.
Yeah, and you're talking about it, Scotty.
Sponsored by Rat's
Like the sportsmanship and the humility, and they because they know what each other has gone through or been through, and it's that mutual respect. I love that, you know.
You know, I'm sitting here and I'm wondering how many more extra medical staff did they have to hire for an event like this, and do they bring in extra ice machines? Because their bodies have got to be very sore. They're not young college, high school wrestlers anymore.
Well, did you see Ethan Lezak, the size of Ethan now? Oh my gosh, I didn't recognize him. He's huge.
He's about $160, I'd say.
Yeah, he's got to be about 160 pounds. He's all tatted up. I didn't even recognize him.
You know what, and good for him.
Yep.
You know what? How many
that
meals did he miss
Yep.
over his lifetime? He's making up for it a
Yes,
little bit.
good for
and
him.
he'll get himself back on
He still looks
back
great.
on. But he was always a very tall wrestler for
Yep.
his weight.
I mean, he was
Cut a lot of weight.
so good on top, right? I mean, well, I remember in high school, somebody told me one time he cut like 22 pounds in less than a week to make weight. I mean, that's crazy, you know, but he was such an outstanding kid, and his family, just a great family. Just love the Lezaks. So,
And speaking of missing meals, we got outstanding wrestler for the women's division. They get a really cool award here. They get 2 tomahawk steaks donated by Rat's Butcher, one of the sponsors here.
2 tomahawk steaks.
2 tomahawk steaks and a book called Mat Return, signed by the author. I missed the lady's name who won the OW, but she's going home with 2 tomahawk steaks and a book. So that's a nice little, I don't know if she has a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, but that could be a nice date meal, or that could be just for her for a special night. But really cool award here for
Really cool.
outstanding wrestler for the women's division. 2 tomahawk steaks. Thanks to Rat's Butcher. I believe that's Colin Rat's family, right? Colin Rat from Bethlehem Catholic. I believe that's his family. Just signed to Missouri.
Yeah.
So we're getting a little heckling down on the mat from Gimp,
Gimp, yeah.
who's also does announcing on the